Welcome to Craig's Gun Channel. In this video, we're going to cover the North American Arms .22 Magnum. North American Arms is a U.S. firearms manufacturer that produces a line of small, micro-sized pistols. They produce semi-automatic pistols in 25 through 380 ACP, but it's their micro-sized 5-shot revolvers in .22 caliber that they're best known for. These pistols range in size from their .22 short model that measures just 3.6 inches in total length and less than 2.5 inches tall, to models that possess barrels all the way up to 6 inches chambered in .22 Magnum. But even those pistols are micro-sized in most other aspects. They just have really long barrels. All of these models possess spur triggers, and they're made out of stainless steel. The cylinders have safety notches to allow for safe handling and transport when loaded. Despite their small size, they're produced with a high degree of precision and craftsmanship. Most of the models require you to remove the cylinder to load them. However, they now are producing models that have swing-out cylinders or tip-down barrels. Besides the fairly extensive array of pistols they produce, they also provide a lot of support in the way of holsters, grips, and other accessories. They even make a belt buckle that can hold one of these tiny little revolvers. The model we'll be covering today is their base combo model, which comes with 2 cylinders, one for .22 long rifle and one for .22 Magnum. This one has a barrel 1 5/8 inches long and weighs 6.5 ounces. Let's take a closer look. And before working on any firearm, you want to make sure it is free and clear of any ammunition. Now in the case of the NAA Guardian revolver, you can kind of see all of the the chambers. And you can kind of rotate it around, make sure it's all empty. And once it's all empty, to remove the cylinder, there's a front plunger pin right there on the cylinder rod. You'd push that in and that unlocks it, and then you can just pull it out and then the cylinder pops out. So as far as cleaning, you'd clean all of the chambers in the cylinder, wipe everything out, just clean it all real good. Clean the barrel, both inside and outside, wipe everything down, scrub it down. That's pretty much as far as you want to disassemble this. This screw here opens up the side plate right there. You don't really want to do that. The parts in there are very delicate and are easily lost and damaged, so you just want to leave that alone. If you need to get into there to do any work, you should seek a qualified gunsmith to be able to do that work for you. So as far as reassembly, it's simply a matter of putting in the cylinder. Generally you would come in from the right side, but you could do it from either side. But put that in place. There is if you notice, it's not completely round. It has a little cutout that goes against the barrel, and that pin, there's a detent ball right there. You push that in, it allows that to go down. That's what locks it into place. So you'd start to put the pin in, align it with the hole in the cylinder, push in the detent plunger, and then put it back into place. And that's reassembled. At the range, I attempted to do some target shooting. And today at the range we have the North American Arms .22. This is the .22 or .22 Magnum cylinder. It comes with both. So we'll go ahead and take some shots and quite honestly see if we can hit anything with it. That hit the steel target. I was shooting at 15 yards, which I knew would be stretching the capabilities of these little pistols, but I was still surprised at how hard they are to shoot and put hits on target. The tiny grips are very awkward to hold on to, and the spur trigger is very awkward as well. The sights are essentially useless. I was finally able to land some shots, but I was essentially aiming off the target using Kentucky windage. So what are these pistols actually good for? Well, many who buy them get them with the idea of using them for concealed carry due to the small size. However, I would never recommend them for that role. The combination of awkward grips and spur triggers, combined with a rimfire round fired from a tiny barrel, make that impractical. And while they are small, there are several micro semi-auto pistols that would be a better choice that are in reality not a whole lot bigger. What about target shooting? Well, I can attest that it's a frustrating exercise. However, I could see where it could be a fun challenge, at least for a while. No, the real use for them in reality is that they're just cool. The craftsmanship is outstanding, and anyone who appreciates firearms for their mechanical beauty cannot help but be intrigued by them. And who doesn't want a gun that can fit on a belt buckle? I hope that this information is of value, and if you like the video, I would ask that you hit the like button and subscribe if you want to continue to see more like this. At Craig's Gun Channel, my goal is to remain objective and honest about all the opinions I express on the items I feature. I don't receive payment from any of the companies whose products I cover, and I would ask you to please consider supporting the channel via Patreon. I appreciate your viewership, I value your comments and feedback, and as always, until next week, stay safe.